Hey YouTube, I wanted to kick it with you guys. I just stepped out of my fiance's parents' house, and I wanted to kick it with you guys about something I've been reflecting about um, happened in college, about a situation. Now, I just graduated college in May, uh, graduated with a computer science degree, and I wanted to relate a concept from computer science, excuse me, to a situation that happened. So basically, now I went to Howard University. Howard University is an old city. It's very beautiful. You can go to museums, the different stuff that they have available is very beautiful, but it is an old city. So it comes with those old tendencies. And when I say old tendencies, I mean animals like mice, roaches, things of that nature. Now, when I was a senior, my last year at Howard, I had to stay off campus. I found off campus housing. And that opened me up to those old school tendencies. Now, what happened was this one night, right? I hear squeaks. Now, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was outside. Like I thought it was outside of my apartment, outside of my room in the shared living situation. Because I had one room. It was five. It was five housemates to a house. Because DC can be expensive. So it was five housemates to a house, and I had one room in that one house. So what was interesting about it was um, I could hear squeaking, right? So I knew, okay, there must be mice somewhere, in the walls, maybe above me, in the ceiling somewhere, or, something like that. I didn't think it would be, in my room. I thought it would be somewhere else. So, with that being said, what I noticed, that scared the mess out of me. I thought I was getting attacked again. But what I noticed was that um, I could hear, like this happened several nights in a row. And now I'm thinking, so this happened the first night, thought it was in the ceiling, thought it was in the, outside in the walls. Happened again, then again. And now I'm thinking, okay, something's not adding up here. I must be hearing, you know, um, a sidewalk or walls somewhere where I don't think they should, like the rats should be somewhere where I don't think they should be. So I'm thinking about this, and like one night it was really loud, like to the point where I could hear like squeaks like in my ear basically. So now I'm got scared. Like it was 11 p.m. I wake up, I'm nervous, I'm scared. And then what happened was I grabbed my phone, standard phones come with a flashlight. So I turn on the flashlight and I poke my trash because I have a trash bag in my room. So I poked the trash. And so what happened next was two mice just come sprinting under my bed. Yes, when I say under my bed, I mean under my bed. So now I'm like thinking, okay, well, first of all, my heart dropped to my tippy toes. Like when I say, like my heart, like boy, my heart dropped to my tippy toes. So then I was like, what do I do? Because it's 11 p.m. at night. I'm not about to kill all these mice. Like, I'm just not about to do that. Because I don't want to kill mice. First off, and secondly, I don't have anything to kill them. I didn't have any traps. I didn't have anything like that. So now I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place. Um, and I want y'all to, if you're watching this, what do you do in that situation? Like it's 11 p.m. at night. You see two rats spread under your bed. What do you do? Do you go back to sleep? Like what do you do? So what I did was I stayed up the entire night. Well, the first thing I did was the what's the pest control. I called a pest control guy. And he's really cool. I called him and he was so cool. So I really thank you to him if he's watching this. But I called him and I realized that um, it would be an extra fee if he had to come out and help me out. It would be an extra fee with that. So um, I just toughed it out and I said, okay, I'll just wait. I'll just wait on it. So I stayed up the entire night and I would hear them squeaking through my room, stuff like that. And so, I'm nervous. I'm like, okay, this is crazy. Turns out he came this morning. He came in the morning time following that day, and there was a hole under my bed where they were coming from. And once he sealed that up, then it was perfect, right? Then the hole was gone. But what I think about that situation is, compared to debugging, I'm a computer science major, um, and I think about the problems that we have in our lives, but specifically to software. Um, when things go wrong, which they will, especially in software, especially when things don't go our way, something like that. When they do go wrong, how do we how do we react, right? How do we combat that? That's one of the things that they're having a little shindig over here. That's cool, but how do we combat that? One of the things that I didn't want to do is make an emotional decision quickly. When I heard those rats, when I heard those mice in my room, I didn't want to overreact. I did not want to make a raucous scream. I maybe, like I said, my heart dropped, so I maybe yelled a scream. That was a blur, but when I first saw it, the initial reaction, but it's like that in software, right? When we have outages, when we have bugs, when we have different things, we don't want to make quick emotional reactions. I took 20 minutes to think logically about, okay, what should I do next? Um, and when I think about it, I, uh, I, I think it was something that I think got the dog barking, but I think it was something that um, I didn't realize just how important critical thinking is. I thought about my options. Do I get a hotel room? Do I call different people? Do I, call a pest control guy? How can I solve for the situation? And I think that's what we have to do. We have to think logically as engineers and also in our lives too. We never want to make decisions in fear, scarcity, or lack. And I think when we debug, we search for the source, right? I was thinking about buying traps. Like that was another thing that I was thinking, but that wouldn't have solved the problem, right? That would not have solved the problem. And so what we actually wanted to do was block the source of where that error was, where those mice were coming in it from. And so that's what we tried to do. And that's what we should try to do in software. It's really hot out. If y'all can see, I'm sweating bullets. but that's what we want to try to do in software. We want to try to um, be aggressive in determining the source and not be aggressive and think logically. Don't think emotionally. Don't try to make a quick snap judgment. Have a playbook, have something to go by, but look for sources. Go for data points. Okay, one of the pest control guys said, which direction you could put glue traps down, and that'll tell you which direction the mice are coming from because they'll be facing that direction. So we can think about that in software. If I'm building something, I can set monitors up or guards up that tell me, okay, I know if my such and such is low, I know that this is probably the cause. I know that if I have low turnover rate here, I know that this is probably the cause. So um, you're always thinking logically in every situation. So with that, I'll leave you with that little bit of, if you got something out of that, that'll be useful. But yeah, I'm getting a call, so I'll see you later.